Hi, everybody.
Hello, Cleveland.
Welcome back to, it's going to be the second video of Zat, or Zombie Army Trilogy. We're going to be shooting some zeds in World War II. Do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100%, trophies, or achievements. We play games because we enjoy playing games, and we figure, hey, if we're going to play a game, might as well just record it and pop it up on the YouTube. The whole sole goal of it is to have videos that people can just pop on late at night after school or work to get a nice bite of nostalgia, that feeling of going over to a friend's place where you can just plop down, turn your brain off, listen to some chuckleheads talking and playing games terribly. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves.
Yep, that's about it.
I remember what that second game was. It was Looney Tunes. It was a sports game pack. And the main reason is because I was a big fan of that Looney Tunes basketball on the Super Nintendo. So I guess they're releasing a, not quite the Looney Tunes game itself, but alright, how do I toggle ready? It's not going to be just Looney Tunes basketball. It's going to be like tennis and
Looney Tunes Sports.
yeah, it's like a sports thing. Tennis, basketball, soccer. I forgot the last one was. Doesn't matter though. I'm just getting it mainly to try and get the play the Looney Tunes basketball again. Hopefully they have the same characters. They had things like Marvin the Martian. It was like a mix of NBA Jam.
No.
So it was more of a arcadey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other one I was.
Well, if it's like NBA Jams, then that's something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, they each have, if I remember, like their own like ability they could use, like specials. All right.
And I'm trying out this semi-auto German rifle. Just for the heck of it. Dark Angel.
Or I Come in Peace.
I come in peace, right?
Yes. That's the other name, so people don't get distracted by the one you pointed out, which also did show up when I typed it in.
Alright, there's like 8 Dark Angel movies or TV shows that pop up. It's really weird. I guess not. But yeah, why does he say I come in peace? And clearly he does not come in peace.
Oh, are you asking? Like legitimately asking, or?
Kinda like.
I'm assuming, because I can't really confirm it, but from everything I've ever heard, it's because of how funny it is. It's kind of like, the way I describe it is the only English, like if you only knew one phrase in a foreign language and you say it after everything you do.
Like he doesn't really know what it means or something.
He doesn't know what it means. He just says it because it's like the only English he knows. So it's kind of banking on that joke. At least I feel like it was, and I think I remember hearing that that was the case. But and I think it may have been like some meta humor also on like a lot of those alien movies over the years, where they have the aliens just say, "I come in peace."
Yeah.
Or was it? Could be a reference to when the day the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah. Never seen that, or the remake with Reeves,
Keanu
right?
Reeves. Yep. I have seen the original. I avoided the Keanu Reeves one. like an STD.
Yeah, so it was an okay movie. I mean, you're more of the we both are more of the '80s sci-fi B movie type stuff than I am. So
yeah,
it was enjoyable.
you can do much worse when it comes to B movies.
That is true.
And it's probably Dolph Lundgren's one of his best roles, honestly. Like,
Sorry,
compared to things like Showdown in Little Tokyo. I mean, I guess Universal Soldier wasn't too bad, but he hams it up. I can't. I know you're not probably supposed to take it seriously, or even somewhat seriously, but that whole opening scene with the ears, I just burst out laughing every time. It's just ridiculous. Even before the military, I was like, Dolph Lundgren's so funny. He's the greatest comedian of our lifetime. And the less said about Kindergarten Cop 2, the better. That is honestly one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I found it funny that one guy's name was Brian Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Shouldn't his name be Brian Ben?
I'm just checking these places for
Yeah.
maybe The Preacher.
And that was a stupid dad joke, but.
I'll raise you a stupid dad joke with
That's a shotgun.
making a reference to home movies that I don't ever remember, so I have to ask you to remember it for me. The one where they shoot all the movies, but he uses like the same phrase in every one of them.
Time to pay the price.
That's it. It's time to pay the price. For some reason, I can't remember that. Brendan Small, you need to come over here and do a viewing with me on home movies so I never forget. Create a childhood cherished memory in my 40s.
Yeah, that'd be someone that'd be kind of neat to hang out with, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I was more successful at this, I'd do like a celebrity sit down and make them watch movies they've never seen. Weird movies or weird shows like that. Like, you gotta think Brad Pitt's probably never seen home movies, you know?
Yeah.
Why not? And they'd be like, well, why'd you pick Brad Pitt? And I'd be like, well, why not? Hey, George Clooney, you ever seen Rugrats? Hey, Ron Perlman, you ever seen Ice Pirates? I was in Ice Pirates. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you were.
Now, I know I mentioned that one person. I texted him, Jay Billis. And not that you would know, like you said, who it is. This is weird.
Yeah.
Usually, when you see athletes that are in movies, it's like they're at least somewhat knowable. But he wasn't. Like, maybe he was a friend of the director or something.
Yeah, I didn't know if you dug up anything about it or if...
I tried to find something
because again, I never would have placed that was a football player, obviously, because I don't.
Well, he wasn't well known for his
playing.
He was a basketball player, but he's a pretty well known analyst for people that know sports.
Where the hell are you going? Is there some way I missed?
Oh, I was just
talking. Sorry, I was like,
I was
did he
not
find
doing
something?
The mission.
I was just following the little star that popped up. Pentagram.
Oh, okay, I see.
I mean, you know, I could be like a series too. Someone on YouTube could follow all these sports folk and be like, how did you and why did you?
Yeah.
Oh, big guy. Big gun.
Is he getting close?
Yeah, he's getting closer. I had to build up my lung meter. Oh, or I think you got him right. Nope. Oh, even if I go down, I did my job. Help me, Nick. Wait, you ain't Nick. Good old Phil Lamar. That was his name, right? No.
The
That
voice
was
actor. Yeah, Phil Lamar, and he was on Mad TV, right?
Yeah, I just he was the voice of Splinter.
He was also the voice of Vamp.
Oh, really? From Metal Gear
Yep.
Solid. Okay, I remember him vaguely from 2. You fight him in like that stair area, right? In the water on the lower level.
Yeah, and then fight him first in like a area with the water and stuff. And then
Didn't he come back in 4?
he is in 4. He's in 4. And you finally kill him off for good in 4. You also face him again in 2. Well, you don't really face him. He kills Otacon's sister. Because of course she was on the big.
Blow up, guys. Oh, sorry. You were saying?
Yeah, you fight him once and 2, and I think there's like a sniping section where he's holding Otacon's sister hostage. You gotta shoot him if I remember correctly. I'll have to look it up. I don't know if he did Vamp, and I would assume he did Vamp both, but you never know. Sometimes they change.
I remember you used to like Mad TV a lot. I also liked what was the other one? In Living Color.
Yeah.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yep. Homie the Clown.
Homie the Clown, yeah. Homie, don't play that game. It's also where what's his name? Electro got his start, I think, right? Jamie Foxx.
I think so.
I think he was part of that crew.
Yeah. Men on Film. The 2 gay guys.
Yep.
The Wayans are actually, I think, they're pretty talented.
Oh, I love the Wayans brothers. I love the Wayne show.
Kind of silly, stupid stuff, but they're pretty talented.
Yeah, they're very, very smart, very funny. Don't Be a Menace is still one of my favorites. But you can't go wrong with anything. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Well, to be fair, actually, you can't go wrong with it. Little Man, I was not really.
I did not like that. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, yeah, this is something.
Yeah. Little Man lost me, but White Chicks, even 50 Shades of Black, I liked.
Marlon Wayans and Lady Killers.
Lady Killers, yep.
He's pretty good in that.
And that's one of the rare movies where I think I like both the original and the remake. Like, I wouldn't talk bad and say, like, I could understand where someone might like one over the other, but me personally, it's one of the rare exceptions where I like both equally, because even though they're, it's that old British movie, they're still both different enough. They're both comedies, but one's a British bit more dry comedy.
I don't know if I like this rifle or not. Let me give it one more go.
Which reminded me, we watched the Wicker Man remake.
Nick Cage?
Yeah, and the lady with the bear suit was Mountain Girl from Lady Killers.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's why they gave her the bear suit.
The bear suit.
I've not seen either movies, but I've read the book.
The original's a really good movie. I have not read the book, though. And then again, I never read Jurassic Park either. Everything book-wise I know from Jurassic Park is from what you told me.
Yeah. There's some differences to it.
I mean, I'll give them this. They do try when they get close enough to lunge at you, but...
Wait, come back.
Caress. Oh, snipers and bomb guys.
Another bomb guy. I missed him.
I got one. I got one of the jumpy guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you zoom in. Okay. Keypad.
There's at least one more. I wonder if they've... I know Sniper Elite is a thing, but I wonder if they've ever made more like a enemy at the gate style sniper game where it's like real life snipers. I don't know if you've ever spent time with them, but I used to be pretty close to them.
Like you move slow and
Yeah, because a weapons company who I was with, snipers were attached to us, even though they technically didn't fall under weapons company. So I'd drink and party with them, and a couple times they tried to get me to join. And so when during the process they were trying to get me to join, that got shot down because I was the only one that knew, not to toot my own horn, but these, ironically, these complex mathematical formulas for using mortars. One of which was if you have a target on a different elevation from you. So, and I was the only guy who knew how to do that stuff. So they wouldn't let me go. But they trained me for probably a good month, and it was that was weird. I think it's because we were both trying to check the body.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you have to move achingly slow.
Yeah. Oh, shit. No, I thought those were going to be skeletons.
I don't know, I think a game like that would probably do well, especially for competitive.
Yeah.
Gaming.
I thought the Sniper Elites kind of were like that. At least, maybe not exactly. They were more slow moving. Yes. But I don't know. I've never played one.
Yeah, this is the closest I've ever gotten to one. But if not, hey, free video game idea. And again, I think it would be... I don't think it would be that niche. I think it'd do pretty well, again, in like a competitive gaming aspect.
Yeah.
Because people kind of like the suspense of what's going to happen, you know? Oh, well, that guy...
Yeah. Keep hearing voices like they're behind me.
Oh, it's because they are. They're just taking a while to get to us. Okay, let me do an internet check real quick. Make sure everything's good on our end. Because it's having you skipping. Now it has you running in place.
Yeah, I just shot that guy point blank in the head.
It says we're perfect and good, but...
I mean... that I'm a master marksman? I don't think I like this rifle. I don't know.
That's that German one?
Yeah, the Gear War.
The Gurfer?
I just wanted to try something different.
Alright, let's see what's in here. Anything? I mean, there is that, but...
Alrighty.
Oh.
A little bit of glitching going on, but
Could just be one of those internet things.
yeah, one of those days, right?
Yeah. You've been pretty lucky lately, so...
Yeah, I think it always sucks when your stuff goes down, don't get me wrong, but I think in general,
I'm
they
sorry.
have problems. I gotta tell people testing at work for the amount of stuff we do. It's pretty reliable. Anyway. 2, yes, 2. You can count. Very good. Stupid little children voices.
Why does it have to be ghost girls?
Right. Ugh.
Oh, leads us right into another one. Like, yeah, we're just gonna do this straight up.
Double one.
Oh wow, is it? Yeah.
You want to collect them at the same time? I guess it doesn't matter. Probably doesn't.
Well, okay. I laid that down for no reason.
Oh.
For no reason. I was like, alright, I guess it's gonna be double waves then, right?
Right.
No.
That's probably their plan, right? You
Get
will
me.
make them waste their stuff. Okay, I'm gonna
Drop that.
switch this out with something. I don't know what. What do they got? Garand and the carbine. What the hell's the Garand? Have you tried the Garand?
Yeah. No, actually. I think I may have before. The carbine's got 15 shots. But I haven't messed with really any other rifle this run. Mosin.
Yeah, I'll try the Garand. Oh, I'm ready when you are.
No.
Sorry. I know you're waiting on me.
Yeah. Kick him over down.
Oh, I'm saving that video you sent me because it's a long one for some cardio.
Okay, yeah.
It looks really interesting.
Yeah. I just popped up and I was like, alright, Turkish Resident Evil. See what they mean by that. Well, I mean, I'm fine with this. Situation here if they want to. Looks like at least, yeah, there's a couple more shambling.
It's combo.
Yeah, there's just a bunch coming. We could probably just sprint. Oh, no, we can't. Get in the tunnel and hide. You got out of the gun. Kick down the door.
Am I in the right tunnel?
Yeah, this will be fine. We got... Where is he? He's coming. Okay. Now we might be able to break for the door.
Yeah, it's open. Alright, buddy.
You tried. Oh, we have to actually clear these out.
Without the...
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, let me do this.
Got one.
Is that it?
Maybe that's it.
Yep.
Alright.
That's all of them, right?
Yep.
Thank you, demon voice.
Individually put the bullets in.
Alright. Again, keep forgetting about the breath thing.
Yeah, I think you have to build up like a meter. Ooh, hands
nice.
fast.
Alright, what haven't I tried? What is this? STV.
Should be Russian, I think.
Semi-auto. Spreepio, that sounds French. Alright, this time now. Seems in a lot. Let's try this SVT. Let's see how this goes. On my left. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
All right. T-Dog played Guardians of the Galaxy and talked about how Mantis was his favorite.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Well, I got the Panzerfaust for hopefully anything big that pops up. Oh, I remember this a bit. Wait, is that you? No, that's not you. Who's that guy running? Oh, it's a sniper. I didn't see him on the ground before. That was weird.
He's probably just as confused.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be here yet. What are they doing?
Alright.
I think I had a bad day.
Hey.
Alright, this seems like a
Yeah.
thing, so if you want
Things
to
are gonna happen.
lay down some
Lots
stuff.
of explosives, so. Alright, I'm just gonna go start on the other side. We'll meet up.
Alright.
Did we come out of this, or is this? No.
Alright, now let's hope that we don't blow ourselves up with this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm coming over where you are. Go for it whenever you're ready. Or did you already do it?
I already did.
It's probably for the best. Damn.
Oh, it's... We got one of those floaty head guys. Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Oh shit. I don't even know if it's yeah, machine. Shit.
Can I do it? Yes. I'm bleeding out. And so are you. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I wonder... I will save the Panzerfaust then for that guy.
Okay. Don't leave yet.
Alright,
I
well,
get my tea.
yep. Alright, we'll take a quick break, folks. And we'll try for round 2. Alright, sorry about the folks. I'm back. Oh, yeah, so that was a nice dose of humble pie. I mean, we were... kind of felt like we were breezing through this. Yeah. I want to talk about a game while we wait that is near and dear to my heart. I'd love to see get another crack. It's called Seventh Saga, and it is known for being kind of difficult because of a steep learning curve. But I've always been partial to that game because, yeah, it was such an odd fantasy world. Basically a old style turn-based, but from the perspective of behind the players. There's actually an arcade game that I played at Galloping Ghost when we were up there that was like that too. It was a part of the Neo Geo arcade, where it was like a hologram see-through guy that you would fight monsters with. You could like choose paths. Anyways, Seventh Saga has this weird story thing where you could pick a second companion. I don't know if you could get up to 3, I can't remember. But you had things like robots and demons and, you know, your typical like paladin fighter cleric, and they all had their own stories, so it was kind of like a Saga Frontier feel of a game.
Ah, shit. Sorry.
So
I
good.
rolled myself out. Alright, knuckleheads.
Alright, so now we can be a little bit more smart about this because we kind of know at least what direction everything's going to be set up from. And I wasted the Panzerfaust shooting at the floating guy. I don't think you can hit him with it. So I'm going to save it for the machine gun guy.
Yeah, let me give this a shot. This is what I ran with before. I'm just gonna. Why did you do that? Why did you, meaning me, press that button to put the dynamite on the ground? Now we're short one dynamite.
It is true. That might be the one dynamite that would have made or broken us. So I'm going to change my answer from a question we talked about in the last one about sci-fi. My favorite sci-fi setting, Shadowrun.
Oh.
And that's kind of cheating also because it's basically futuristic fantasy. But all right, you good?
I meant to look up some to see if there was something I forgot today too, but I just haven't got around to it. But I will, because now I'm curious, because I hate, as good as like Lord of the Rings is, I hate, you know, and that might be the legit one, but I don't want to feel like I just said it just because, you know, it's a popular one. So. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. But, I mean, as far as sci-fi goes, I would definitely stick with Alien. So this only has 5 shots, but I want to say it's more powerful.
Remember, we have snipers to deal with. Before we do the second activation.
I'm cut. Yeah, so that first group had a bunch of runners in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't want to put anything down. And I think the third wave was when the gunner came out. So.
Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm put that there though. I'll put this here. Now I'm going to set my tripwires out just because don't know, right?
Yeah. I'll just put a mine there.
I'm actually going to try and see if this works too. I want to see. I'm trying to save the mines for, I mean, I guess we don't even have to hunker down there, do we? Really? We can, but if we fail again, we can try it again.
Do you know which way the gunner came from?
He came from, I mean, we had our back to the water, so.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try this.
Has it blown up a whole bunch of them?
In one spot where I think that giant guy spawns.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can one-shot him that way. Plus, I hate using the dynamite. It requires patience I don't have, so. I'm going to hold on to 2 landmines for in-between waves and stuff.
Oh, I already laid mine down. So.
Well, this way we have a buffer. So as long as one of us has some. Let me know when you're ready. Try this again.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Watch out for...
It works in Resident Evil. I am running out of ammo.
Me too.
Which means we have to run up there. For the ammo boxes. I mean, we don't have to, but... That it? Alright, there we go.
Yeah, I can't help but think that was mostly you.
No, I think you were popping the skulls pretty heavily because my sniper rifle took like 3 shots per skull.
Oh, see, I thought I was missing.
No, I think you did most of the skull lifting. Though at the end when I pulled out that Webley and we were that close to him,
Yeah.
the Webley pops the skulls in 1 shot.
Hmm.
So we could have played it that way, hung out the middle, but...
That's a good thing to remember, that you don't have to just snipe the skulls from afar, right? You can get up close to them.
Yeah, I wanted to... Figured since we're that close to it, give it a check, you know? Alright, Purgatory.
Let me,
I'm hoping that gives you a little extra time to look at stuff.
yeah, I'm going to try the Mosin Nagant. The preferred rifle, I believe, of the end. Middle Gear.
Oh. That's the one you can change the clock, right?
Yeah. I think. Or Sniper Wolf. One of the 2 snipers. One of the 2 mains.
Think he's got a type?
Oh, look, that's right, the rats. Little red eyes.
Like a rat size. No, they really throw you into this one, huh? I like that lightning.
Yeah.
Makes it black and white. Oh wow, this thing kicks all over.
Does what, kicks?
Yeah, the PPS really kicks. Can't really find a good secondary gun that I like outside of the Preacher, but you have to find that.
Did you try this Bliskowicka?
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't have enough ammo capacity for me to be happy with the spray and pray, you know? The PPS has like 300, 400 rounds.
Oh, wow.
It's just, you have to kind of get up close.
Yeah, I tried to do a burst thing with this. Is there anything in here that came out of?
Not in there.
Refrigerator that you can open the door. And
That's how you get ahead in life. I really like that effect of the lightning, though.
yeah.
Makes it like an old, makes it like Night of the Living Dead, you know?
Yeah.
I know there was that Project Overlord, but, which I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of, but I would like to see more, if we ever get back into the zombie craze again, you know, World War I, World War II.
Yeah.
Vietnam even, you know? You could even do, I don't know if they're, from that area as well, but like the hopping vampires.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd even be a nice spin on it. Because even though they're called hopping vampires, they're very much more like zombies.
Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, Sleeping Dogs. Great game. I gotta play that again. By the developers, defunct now, but they did a great little game I enjoyed called Smash and Grab. It was gonna be a online multiplayer game where you control a gang leader and then 4 little ganglings, I'll call them. And it was 4v4, so 4 players. It's about 20 large-sized gang. Your ganglings were like AI controlled, so. And the whole point was to smash and loot stores, and that's how you'd get weapon upgrades too, by smashing open certain stores and windows. If you're interested, folks, check out a video. I'm sure there's someone that's got gameplay of it. This was long before I decided to do any recordings, so otherwise I would have. I did the beta, the Lee Enfield. I don't know if you want that.
Fuck it, why not? Right?
Yeah. It might be like a super powerful rifle. Reminds me, I've got to do a Cold Fear playthrough eventually.
A what?
Cold Fear.
Ah, yeah.
Hold our position. Why are we holding our position? Boats are another setting I've always appreciated in horror games and stuff.
Boat?
Yeah, like, that's kind of my interest with Cold Fear is, takes place on a boat, right? Or ship, excuse me, I'll use the proper terminology. A boat is something you ride, ride, sail during the Regala. That was a very popular setting for 80s movies. And I bring that up because we watched recently One Crazy Summer. And
What the hell was that? Oh, you mother butthead. I didn't even notice him. Very sneaky. Props to you, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to break
ninja
your-
zombie, right? Oh,
yeah, right.
Yep. I almost got it from one of them too. Yeah, One Crazy Summer with John Cusack and Demi Moore.
Yeah.
And the guy that goes,
Okay, go for it.
thank you, from Police Academy. And he was in Too Hot to Trot. And then the other one was that one with John Candy. Summer Rental, I think. He takes his family and they end up doing a boat race, Regala or whatever. I think it's called a Regala.
Yeah, like the rich person boat races.
Yeah, which I've never seen or participated in. We've never been that kind of a like a rich family, so. But I've never been to one. Only in movies have I seen that.
I know, right? And it's always some type of rich versus poor people, and the poor people always win.
Yeah, it's like
always.
You know, why hasn't South Park done one of those? I know they did the skiing one, which was a very similar format, right?
Yeah.
Stan Darsh.
Stan Darsh.
Well, there is ammo for what looks like a Panzerfaust, but I do not see a von Panzerfaust. 9. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? 9. Yeah. Panzerfaust.
Summer movies.
Okay, so there's summer movies, you've got Christmas movies. What about, like, springtime movies? I don't know. I think we saw a lot of summer and winter movies because those are so diametrically opposed weather patterns that you can create distinct atmospheres, right? Summer and or spring and autumn, you kind of get a weird soupy.
Yeah.
I think you taught that door a lesson.
I don't know.
He's still trying to mess around with the different types.
I think I'm going to go back to my 99 thing that I had before, that I started with. But of course, there's none here, so that's fine. Not like I know how to effectively use a damn sniper rifle anyway. Let's go. Let's just.
I fired. I got to fire, and this was part of my impromptu training. Even though now there's snipers around here. A Dragunov, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
We acquired one in Iraq, and I got to mess around with it.
Well, shit.
I killed 50 enemies that are actively attacking other players.
Oh, hey.
Thanks, so thank you for that.
I'm good for something, right?
But yeah, in Iraq, you're not supposed to use the enemy's weapons, but I got some training with that, and I got to fire. I don't remember what model it was that the snipers used, but I got to fire it and stuff. Never had anybody, but just for training purposes out in Iraq.
How far out was the target you were shooting at? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It wasn't like, an American sniper kind of deal for me. It was just that was when they started kicking around the idea of me joining snipers, because they love. To be completely honest, it wasn't because I was a crack shot. It was just I was a really good drinking buddy, and they enjoyed my company. I used to party a lot with snipers, and I was a pretty chill dude.
I mean, whatever gets you the job, right?
Yeah, but again, since I knew and you know me in math, I'm crappy at math. The irony being,
Yeah,
I was really good at doing the formulas for the mortars.
It's just a formula, right? So everyone...
Yeah, it was just two different formulas, and...
You would think everyone would be able to use it.
Yeah, just follow the formula. And, like I said, described, one of them was elevation differences if you have a mortar. If your mortar is on a higher or lower elevation and you're trying to shoot a target that's above or below, so like if you're on the ground level and they're on a cliff or a mountain,
yeah,
I had to figure out the formula, but part of it was I could also do it like in my head quick. And the other was a variation of split firing, which was when you basically have some of your mortars shoot at one target and the other half shooting at another. I can't quite remember the exact specifics on that one. Like, I think it was having one gun target something and being able to quickly shift between a fire for effect line and then having the other 3 mortars in your section firing off at 3 separate targets. So, yeah. Again, the kid that had to get tutored for years just to be happy to get a C in math ended up going and being the brains of a mortar section. Anyways, I'll quit rambling about that. I don't know if...
I did it again. Oh.
We should be doing something. Not that. But, like if we should be holding out or if we should just try and run ahead.
Oh, they were coming from behind. That's... I got so infatuated with shooting the ones in front, got to count from behind. Shit.
Oh, last rambling about my exploits with mortars, but I was also like one of only 3 people in the entire platoon that knew how to use an aiming circle. So these are reasons I never, even if I wanted to, I couldn't leave. They straight up said, you know, hey, you're stuck with us because you're the only one that knows how to do this stuff.
Yeah, and I never did anything weapon-wise except on the range.
Oh, we got a big guy. He's kind of infatuated with you.
No, it's I mean, I'm not saying I'm trying to be some kind of strategic genius, but I thought maybe if I could hang down there and like pop out, it would kind of cause him to go back and forth, you know, like not fixate on someone. I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was working.
Oh yeah, it was working.
Sitting down there and
Alright, we're in the clear. Objective completed. Whatever the objective was.
And I didn't intend to do that. I was running away, and then I noticed, oh wait, I'm underneath him now. Initially I'd wanted to get behind him, but then when I started to come up, he would swivel in my direction. So it all worked out.
Well, even though you didn't mess with weapons, right, a lot, like I was, because I just the job, right?
Yeah.
You know about the radio stuff, though, right? Like,
yeah, I did.
Like, there's what was it? One of them was a whip, right? I remember that.
The whip antenna, yeah.
And then the other one was like a thick, hard rod looking like one.
Well, there's like the OE254 was the one that you would have to build up, and I mean, there's all different types of antennas.
I meant the one on the backpacks.
Oh yeah.
I remember like the whip one, and then there was like a shorter one that was like almost like a rod shape, maybe. I don't know what we call them.
I did a lot of tactical satellite radio stuff, so.
That's way above my.
Well, I mean, it's basically you would have to set up the antenna and point it at a satellite, you know, find an azimuth and an elevation, and
you know, Adam was. You and Adam could probably talk more about that kind of stuff, because that's stuff he did early on in his time in.
I'm curious what radios look like now, right? Like they have little cell phone size secure radios.
Yeah, I told you my story about the time on target table book I got.
I think so.
But I'll tell it again. So when I was in the Marine Corps, I was one of the handful of first people who got to use these little black computer things. When we were in Kuwait waiting for the war in Iraq to kick off, some alphabet organization came in with these little black computers, and they wanted us to try and use those for the war, to compute the data for the mortars. And I John Smithed it using a plotting board, meaning I beat the computer. I was quicker and literally pinpoint as accurate as computer using a marker, a plotting board, and the time on target table. Oh, these guys come out of the walls now. Time on target table book thing is something artillery use, as well as mortars at the time, to dictate what kind of charge and fuse you put on and timer for the mortar rounds, depending upon the height, elevation, distance, all that jazz, right? So, I've got pretty much everything I'd need to run my own FDC at this point, except I didn't have that book. So I asked a friend, preacher. I asked a buddy if he could get me a hold of one of these books. And I'm talking, this took him years. He eventually found someone, and he said, look, the only way you're really going to get these is if you track down old gunners. And gunners in the Marine Corps are a special rank that they're like the masters of everything combat arms related. Okay. Because they're very sacred, and anyone that's going to have them are going to be them, and they kind of hoard it. But he ended up finding a guy who had a file for the time on target table, and ended up printing me out and putting it in a little green binder. But the thing was, when he went to that guy and the guy got the book printed out, he said, yeah, the Marine Corps hasn't used these in years, so I didn't know exactly what you were talking about when you first asked me about them. So that's my long-winded way to say that even, I bet if I went to visit a mortar unit, the stuff that they would use is not quite the same stuff that I used, you know?
Oh yeah, most guaranteed.
And it's just changed so much that kind of makes me sad. I'm now a dinosaur. I mean, you know, they got rid of tanks and everything too, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's sad that now I guess kids in the 81s and 60s don't use a plotting. I'm assuming they don't use a plotting board if they don't use a time on target table book. Wouldn't even know about radios.
Yeah.
Do we shoot that, I guess? Yes. Oh, nice.
Why not?
Alright, to get this off military stuff, even though it's kind of in theme, what's your favorite zombie movie? We'll go into horror movie discussion a bit.
Probably Night of the Living Dead.
The original?
Cliché. But it really is so well made.
Alright, mine is Return of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah.
Especially for that one line when he's like, shoot him in the head. And he shoots him in the head, and the guy gets bit, and he's like, I thought you said shoot him in the head. He's like, I saw it in a movie. That's what they did in the movie. Now, your favorite horror series is Halloween, right?
Yes.
Do you consider Jaws a horror movie?
Oh yes.
All right, but
Yeah,
you don't let. That's not your favorite horror series. It's just your favorite.
No,
movie.
because after 2 they all suck.
That's true. That's very true.
And 2's not even that good. I mean, 2 is just
No.
basically 1.
And 3's got Michael Caine, right?
4.
4. Yeah.
Or The Revenge.
That's about the only saving grace of that one.
That's the one where he, with the famous quote where he said, it helped build his house or something.
Yeah. What would
It
you?
was fine. It's not.
Is that the one where the shark grabs the scientist to get the key card?
Little known fact about Jaws, and it might not even be little known, it might be well known at this point. But, I've never seen it, but Spielberg's first feature film was Duel.
Yes.
The sound at the end of Jaws when Bruce is blown up and he's falling in the ocean is the sound of the truck
Of the truck.
off the cliff.
You know, the internet has done so much to destroy little-known facting.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've deduced that Halloween is your favorite series,
Yeah.
horror series. What would you...
What would be yours?
My favorite horror series?
Friday. Puppet Master.
You know what? I will stick with Friday the 13th, even though Hellraiser also holds a very special place in my heart, just because I am a big Jason fanboy. So yes, we'll go with Friday the 13th. Now, what is what you consider the worst, or at least your least favorite Halloween movie?
Oh, Halloween Ends. I mean, if we're counting the newer ones,
Mm-hmm.
new ones that came out. The first one was okay. I mean, it was fine. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis had Judy Greer in it. You know, it was had a nice little twist with the doctor. You know, doing what he did at the end. I never saw the middle one, but I caught the last one, like it's
Worse than, was it 4 and 5?
4 is generally well liked.
What about the one with where Michael fights a rapper?
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
which one.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the idea behind that one, where it's like a reality TV stay in the house. But
I think I might have described it to you as like Halloween, where one of the movie executives, like 13-year-old kid, is like, "Yo, Dad, how about if they do this?" You know?
yo, pops.
Yeah. Check it out, Dad. Let's do this. Anyway, and I think I also referred to H20. I refuse to call it H2O. H20 as like the Lifetime version of Halloween.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. We watched it recently, and it very much is. And in that one, Michael also fights a rapper.
Yeah.
But no, I think you actually say it right too. I think it's supposed to be Halloween 20, right? Because it's like 20 years or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So what's your favorite's going to be the original, right? The first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But Halloween, as a series, has an advantage because it also has 3.
Yeah,
Which is really good.
it is. It is. And my favorite's 2, but my order would be like 2, 3, 1. I appreciate what 1 did, but I just the hospital setting, I think,
Yeah.
is what really boosted it up for me.
I think Carpenter didn't. He didn't want to make 2.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to do, if I recall correctly, didn't want to do the whole related thing, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I think he gave 2 the ending he did. He was hoping that'd be enough to kill him off.
Nope.
They blew up him and Loomis. There, you're done.
They're gonna do what they want to do. Like they retconned H20's ending. Once more movies came out, whereas you remember Jamie Lee Curtis chops his head off.
Yeah, they had to because she decapitated him. Yeah,
that's the driver of the ambulance. I forget exactly how they framed.
What's this? Did you pick up Possessed Toy? Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening?
I don't know. I got an achievement.
So did I. I didn't have to do anything. Do I have to?
I'm eating something.
You're eating a body. I didn't know if I had to shoot you. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay. Oh, that's pretty neat. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up and see if they're.
For some reason, we missed that. That's weird.
But yeah, they retconned H20 because more movies came after that. It was the driver of the ambulance.
Okay.
So therefore, Laurie Strode is just a straight up murderer.
So when Friday the 13th ripped off Halloween, Halloween then ripped off Friday the 13th, right? Because
yeah,
that was
a good call.
That was Friday the 13th 5, which gets a lot more hate than it deserves. It really isn't a bad one. They did a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it when like it's like they attempt to do something different, you know? Like they could have just regurgitated the same stuff and it would have sold tickets, right?
Yeah.
But they attempted to try something different. And even if an attempt fails, I can appreciate at least the attempt to do something. You know? Because at least they're not resting on their laurels, you know?
Yeah, and it's that's the Halloween 5 is called The New Beginning. So it's you kind of know you're going into it with and I equate it to kind of Halloween, or I'm sorry, not Halloween 5, Friday the 13th 5. I equate that to Halloween 3, right, where they both tried something different.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay stuff down because there's no reason not to. We always save it for stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I wasn't even tracking that something's gonna happen.
I'm not sure if something is, but
I mean, I'm gonna do it too. So.
all right. And I guess it's only fair on my end. My least favorite Friday the 13th. Isn't Jason X? Isn't Jason Goes to Hell? Both of those have redeeming qualities to them. It's
I love Jason X.
Friday the 13th 8. I think Jason Takes Manhattan. And they spent like 20 minutes in Manhattan, and 90% of that footage was still Canada, of all places.
Yeah.
It had some of the worst kills. It had a boring, nonsensical story of how a yacht got onto Crystal Lake and then went out to the ocean.
Yeah.
There's so much wrong with that movie. It's a terrible movie. It's the one that whenever I do a Friday the 13th marathon, I'm just like, should I skip this? I wouldn't feel bad if I did. And my favorite is the general consensus being held, which is the best, is Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. It's pre-zombified Jason, so he's not a zombie yet. He's just a heavily mutated backwoods freak.
Yeah.
But it had some of the best kills. It had, what's his name from Back to the Future in it? The dad?
Yeah.
Glover? Crispin
Yeah,
Glover.
Crispin Glover. Crispin Glover. Ironically, of our two favorite series, I enjoy both of the reboots.
Yes, Friday the 13th reboot is, I would argue... Oh, they come out back here, too. I would say it's probably the best horror reboot, to me anyways.
Oh shit. I've even grown to not hate
The Rob Zombie?
yeah, 2. The second Rob Zombie. I
Yes.
do enjoy the first Rob Zombie movie. I like the second. I like the second one, how it starts out. It starts out in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's like a dream, if I remember correctly. Or a nightmare. Nice fake out. Actually, a lot of people don't like how evil it is. They
How what it
like
is?
the grunting and stuff. But
I'm sorry, how what it was?
evil,
Evil?
visceral.
Oh,
I guess.
Visceral. Okay.
Evil, visceral.
Yeah, sorry, Visceral. Yeah. You were breaking up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. But that's kind of Rob Zombie anyway, right?
Yeah. Kind of that shock jock kind of feeling. No disagreements here with that. The Halloween reboot with Rob Zombie's version I liked. I would say that I did not like the did watch Child's Play.
Talking about the one where Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. I didn't think it was like the worst thing, but I was like,
Oh,
it's
no.
not really as charming as.
Yeah, I thought when it comes to worst, I feel
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street's the
By
worst.
far.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre one isn't bad.
Yeah, the 2000
Jessica Biel one.
Yes, the 2003 one. I guess they came out with another one because we watched the 2003 one with T-Dog, and he's like, This is the reboot? I don't remember the reboot being like this. I guess it came out with another one around like 2012 or something.
Yeah, it's got Alexandria Daddario. I've seen it. It's not horrible. It's fine. I have a high tolerance for horror movies because I think when you're a horror fan, you kind of got to wade through a lot of crap to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just not even movies. That's like 90% of the books I read are horror related. And it's really the same way with the books too. And I'm the kind of person that will gunner.
Oh, great.
Is he down?
Yeah, he's down.
Alright. I thought we were risking it pretty big there.
Yeah, yeah, we were.
I was gonna
nowhere
finish
to go.
my thought. I'm the kind of person where for the most part, I'll finish a book that I've started just to finish it. There's a couple exceptions.
Yeah, I'm the
Right.
same. The book that I easily go to that I just when I started I just couldn't finish it was a book. I forgot the author's name, but he did a book about Ahriman from Warhammer 40k. It's about the Thousand Sons. I couldn't finish it. It was not to. I don't want to be mean. I just found it to be worded in a way that it was just too wordy. And as someone that enjoys H.P. Lovecraft, that's kind of says something.
Sometimes books, I think more so because you don't have the visual part you can enjoy as well. Sometimes books just don't grab you, you know. Like I
Yeah.
feel like this may just me talking out of my butt, but you have to work harder with books because it doesn't have that visual.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the kind of. Yeah, because you're trying to put these ideas and these visions in people's heads.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't click, it ain't gonna click.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. That's really the only book I can reach out and say I didn't finish. Once I started reading, I got like a third of the way through.
Yeah, the last one I didn't finish was a vampire book, and at the time I bought it, did not know it was a vampire book. The premise intrigued me, but then I found out it was kind of a vampire thing. So, we're not in danger here, are we?
I can cover you.
Yeah, cover me. I'm gonna heat up my other tea. Be right back.
Alright, now I'm gonna go pee, folks. I played a trick on him. I'll be right back. Alright, and I am back. But yeah, no shade to the author. It was like Ahriman Omnibus, I think. And usually I prefer a lot of that stuff, but I don't know. And that's a newer book, honestly, compared to what I normally would read, especially what I consider the better books in the Warhammer era. And again, I found most 40k books far less interesting than, say, William King's Slayer series. Even though by Giant Slayer, I feel like that that book series had kind of run its course. I remember struggling a bit through Elf Slayer. I gotta finish reading those. But I am a bit of a book snob, unlike my dear brother here. Most of the books I read are philosophy books, theological books, stuff of that nature. And Don Quixote being my favorite book means, you know, I've got a degree in snobbery.
Anyone listening that needs horror recommendations or books, hits me. About a year and a half ago, I hit like 3 in a row that were just amazing books. Easily in my top 20 of all time. That'd be the Pearl, which is not based off the movie Pearl.
Yeah, we gotta make that clear.
But is about an evil psychic pig, and it's much better than it sounds. Between Two Fires, which is a Black Plague medieval Black Plague era type horror movie or book, and Winterset Hollow, which I really cannot describe without spoiling it, but the premise is very interesting and is really good. So, anyone listening that wants some recommendations, those are really good books I've read recently. In fact, I read Pearl again not too long ago. I need to read Winterset Hollow again. I need to read all 3 of them again, actually. That's one of the things I enjoy about, not to poop on anyone that likes watching all these shows and everything, and if that's your thing, go for it. But, like, deciding not to go all in on all these streaming stuff, I've done so much more reading. And I find myself enjoying that a lot more.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I missed out.
Despite books being can be kind of rough to get into, they do end up being cheaper to produce than movies and shows, so you tend to get a bit more risk taking in novels.
Yeah.
Anything down here? I want us to go over there, but I'm kind of curious if there's a preacher around here.
Something blew up. Oh shit.
What's up?
Blowy out, guys.
No.
Came out of somewhere. Does this just loop around where we have to go?
It looks like it.
Oh shit.
What's up?
Damn. I'll take it. I was trailing you a little bit, and I guess you triggered something,
Mm-hmm.
and like the whole, like 12 of them just popped up all at once.
Oh.
Like I couldn't even get past them. It was pretty funny.
Well, I was up ahead clearing the way for us.
It actually worked out.
Yeah. We divided and conquered them. Yeah. Oh, snipers.
Got one.
Alright. We completed that objective. As we're prone to do.
See what else. Oh, I'm pretty excited. As excited as I get. I think in 2 weeks that Maxine comes out. I'll be seeing that in theaters. That's the third of the
Yeah.
the X and Pearl movies, which I enjoy. So hopefully this one's also enjoyable. It's got Kevin Bacon in it.
Oh. It'll be worth checking out. If anything, just because we watched the other two.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't as I think I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre style one more.
Oh, Pearl.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, X. X is the
70s one.
the porno one.
Yeah.
See, I enjoyed. I thought I liked Pearl better. But
The scarecrow scene. I was just like, eh. I thought it was gonna lean more into like a Wizard of Oz theme. I think that's why I was kind of.
I like the actress, Mia Goth, I think her name is. She played the main character and the old lady in X.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty good job. Now I can't really think of anything else.
What, coming out?
Yep. I thought I wasn't gonna see it, but it was pretty interesting. The theater that we went to, that I usually go to, had one showing of a Ghost concert. The band.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty neat. And I always want to go to one of those retro night they have, because they're usually really good movies, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They only do those Tuesday nights, which I don't want to go. That time I went to see Alien was a special showing for the anniversary, but they had the normal morning showings. So We'll see. Maybe one. Maybe I'll get so excited. Yeah.
Did that get him? That one did. All right. Just as planned.
Hey, so just to finish, this guy's floating his torso. You do have Logan's Run, right? The movie.
Yeah.
Alright. You'll have to pull that aside for.
I shall set it aside.
For the next visit.
Be back.
Whenever that may be. Alright, I kind of like this German one now because it's got a high rate of fire. And for someone like me who misses a lot, the more bullets you shoot, the better chance one will hit where you want it to go.
Right.
That's my philosophy.
Picked up Panzerfaust, by the way.
Okay. And I would be the worst sniper because instead of being stealthy, I just shoot a whole bunch of bullets. Again, one will hit the target.
Actually, you know what? We probably don't need the Panzerfaust, do we? Really hasn't been.
We've been doing pretty good at getting the machine gunners.
Alright, another turret for you. Oh, and a turret for me. And a turret for you.
I am absolutely 100% certain that they will not come up behind us.
Yeah, right. Oh, and yep, they are. Oh, there's that guy. He's
Oh shit!
he's
I
raising
just
him.
found
Yeah.
What the hell? No fucking way.
Alright, you okay?
Yeah. I'm ashamed to admit this, but the guy that knocked me down had both of his arms blown off. Yet his animation was still doing the thing where he's hitting me with his arms.
With his arms. Oh, well, you know he is. He's that guy from Venture
Oh,
Brothers.
Phantom Limb.
Phantom Limb. Yeah.
So Stubbs the zombie killed me. Let me out.
You ever play that game?
No.
It
Did
was
they
alright.
remake it?
I don't know if they remade it. I think they re-released it.
Re-released it.
It was alright. Okay, we can't go this way.
Oh, it's this way. This door opened up.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's 2 players.
Oh, kidding me, really?
I played it with Moon. It was the first time I played it.
I guess it wouldn't be on Steam, would it?
have to check.
Yeah, but we can see. 'Cause I'd play that then. It's an interesting premise.
Yeah, like 1950s style. To walk by that guy. 1950s
Creature,
zombie.
creature.
Oh, okay,
Creature.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, it's setting.
As I was saying before the skeleton started ripping me a new one. 1950s zombie homage. Tongue-in-cheek comedy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gravity does not apply in this room.
Speaking
Also,
of
it's upside down.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, right. We have wonderful things to show you.
We have such sights to show you.
Such delights.
Yeah, the Hellraiser series, I actually like the most of them except for 3. I think 3 is its weakest one. I'm probably in a minority in that, but just at least the later ones, as weird as they can be, or not even connected to the Cenobites, they had some interesting ideas that went on.
Isn't there one in space?
Yeah, Bloodlines, that was 4. That one takes place in the past, present, and the future all at the same time. So the storyline happens concurrently. I think I'm using that word correctly.
Yeah.
Why would I pick up the shotgun? I got the preacher.
I know I'm low on ammo, so give me some ammo. Something's coming out of here. I knew it.
No, that's gonna be a big boom. Oh, I didn't notice that those are Japanese soldiers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the suicide bombers.
Huh. Kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, I was expecting another one of those summoning ones. Huh. I guess if I had the Panzerfaust, there's some ammo, but...
And there's a safe room, too.
So what was the funniest Wii game you remember watching me struggle or play through?
Funniest.
I think you know what mine's gonna be.
I don't know if I can pick a funniest.
Is there a most memorable one?
There's ones I remember you playing that I don't know. Honestly, can't remember if they were bad or not. Like Cursed Mountain.
Mm-hmm. It is terrible controls, but the concept was just so interesting.
I would probably remember them if you started listing them.
Well, they wouldn't have been that memorable then. Give me. Oh, they're falling out of windows.
Well, I mean, you know me in memory, so.
I was gonna say the funniest. You ass was for me was Alone in the Dark.
Yeah.
The bat humping the van, the ambulance. I glitched it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give the lowdown on it. Got to the first boss of the Wii version of Alone in the Dark, and it's this giant bat that you circle. I guess what were you in? Some park in New York?
Central Park.
Central Park. And I kept shooting it, and then the bat got stuck on the top of the ambulance. It like glitched, and I kept shooting at it to the point to where the ammo stopped regenerating. So I ran out of ammo, and we just left it on for like 40 minutes, and we just heard the bat making noises and glitching through the top of the van, and all we could do was sit there in a loop, because I guess you're supposed to defeat it, but because the enemy glitched out and the ammo stopped regenerating or refilling, we were just stuck in an endless cycle.
I do remember that, and that would probably, by default, have to be number one, right?
Yeah, really, it was a monumental moment in gaming history.
Now, the 360 version of that game, which I've beaten, was not that much better.
I remember watching you play some of that. Had that thing where, like, when you got injured, you could heal yourself and like fix your jacket up too.
Yeah.
Because your jacket would get damaged.
Your jacket was like your inventory too. Like you'd open your jacket up and you would look at your inventory. I remember there's a chase scene where you're in the beginning where you're driving away from like the evil, whatever it was. It's pretty wonky. It's not very well done. It did have some cool things, because I remember there were like these within Central Park. There were these not buildings, but like structures you had to blow up or burn, and some of them you had to. What you could do is take a car in the park and just drive it up and jump off of a ramp and then jump out, and you would put explosives next to the car, so after you hit the ramp, you jump out, and the car would hit the structure.
Yeah, I remember that was pretty wonky. Like the car would move in a weird.
Yeah, the controls were not very good. And the way I described that whole car thing sounds pretty stupid, but hey. But it was, I beat it.
I'm just trying to mess around other than just using the sniper rifle, you know.
Doesn't seem to be very, not a very threatening mob yet.
Yeah, what we're supposed to do? Fight through the museum. And again, I know I've said it a dozen times, but I do dig the... I don't know if that was their inspiration, but the John Carpenter-like soundtrack. Very atmospheric. Yeah. But I'm big into that kind of... the same music that John Carpenter's into with the like synth wave kind of.
Yeah. He's a gamer also, John Carpenter.
Yeah, I wonder what his favorites are. Nothing.
No, yeah, nothing down there.
Maybe we can get him in on some Killing Floor, some Zombie Army Trilogy.
Oh, look, you woke everyone up. Let me get that knife out of your head for you.
Yeah. Here, lay back down. It's okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. And ain't that the way it goes? I get my favorite gun, the Preacher, and I hardly use it.
I know, right? This has been relatively easy going lately.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't just jinx us. And I don't know if you're doing worse or I'm just doing better, but I'm kind of low-key happy that my score is close to yours.
Oh, you're dominating, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh, mine first? Oh.
Yeah, you're in first.
You're not letting me win, are you? I was joking about it before. But, you know.
No, I'm not letting you win. No. You know me, I'm not the type. I mean, I don't go out of my way to...
Nah. Feels slightly better. Must be, something, right?
There is a Panzerfaust here, but I don't know if I want to pick it up.
You want me to pick it up?
Nah, I don't think we need it.
Wait, you got the Preacher?
I got the Preacher, so...
Is there a way down there? Obviously, there has to be a way down there. Right?
Yeah. Probably around.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, the star's over here. Oh, shit. Okay, you got me. Good job.
Hey, if it
I'll
wasn't...
have to edit out that,
yeah, I'll get on... I'll tell our editor to get on that.
That embarrassing yelp.
Yelp. Because he's not lazy like me.
Is this guy trying to tell us a story?
He probably is. Mary had a little lamb. It turned into a zombie and ate her. The end.
Mm-hmm.
There are a bunch of mines, so I wonder if one of us went out first and just one stayed in here, if I could lay him and come back in.
Go for it, I'll see you.
Alright.
This is my favorite job in video games is waiting for someone else to do something.
Okay. I just laid him up out by the staircase, so.
I don't know why we never thought of this, honestly.
There's one more left, so I just gotta lay down one more. If anything, this will be a fallback point. Alright, complete the first trial. I angered something. I wonder if we could just hold out here, honestly.
I know, right? Did they even come in here?
I don't know. Let's wait and find out.
Like the safe room in Resident Evil where Nemesis or
Yeah.
Mr. X couldn't go to the safe room. No, not a safe room. Not fair.
Yeah, hopefully it's that and not the Left 4 Dead version where they rush in.
Oh, yeah. They might just be waiting.
Yeah, they're probably
Nah, we're not doing that, dude.
break. They're dicking around up there. I don't know if you get points for kicking them. No, you do not. That's also probably why.
You got a sword. A sword. And a piece of wood, maybe. Looks like you should have had a gas mask for your nuts.
I'm just gonna try and trigger them and pull back. This kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 6, that one area. The Leon campaign, you remember?
Universal?
Yeah. Very early on. Alright, that says pick up. But
again, I feel obliged to mention that Helena got the President of the United States
killed.
And in the end, they were like, you're free to go.
Yeah, and I don't think they reference her or that really anywhere else.
No, they probably killed her. They killed her later on. They're like, you thought you were getting away with it, huh? Nope.
Alright.
Pick up whatever it was.
Oh! Yep, here comes a machine gunner, so I'm running back.
Oh shit. Yeah, he sounds pissed. Well, let me do this.
Oh! I'm bleeding out now.
I'm waiting to...
My plan did not work. Preacher worked, though.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to bait him closer so I could just run past. And it worked. I guess you killed him while you were on the ground, huh?
Oh, assholes. Well, as soon as I popped up, I hit him with the preacher, and his head went pop, pop.
Oh, okay.
Blah.
Right.
He started laughing. He's like, bleh. Oh, great. It's gonna be this weird guy, isn't it?
That's a pretty smart choke point for the snipers, though.
Yeah, that was a very, like, The Rock kind of choke point.
Oh, yeah. That's such a good scene, but I hate it because it's like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
It's a good Nick Cage movie.
Alright, you want me to pick it up?
Yeah, go for it. Got a machine gunner, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Nope.
Right? Nope.
Fire guy. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Right?
I did throw like all my grenades at him though, so. Yeah, The Rock is it's a good movie. That scene's good. I feel bad for what's his name though from Terminator. Or should we call him Solid Snake?
Michael Bean. Fine.
Yeah, Michael Biehn, who is in Cherry Falls
Yep.
as well, which is it's an okay horror movie
Yeah.
for what it is.
I think my favorite part.
Oh.
I mean, it's a good movie, but my favorite part in The Rock is when he's having sex on the roof.
Oh yeah.
His girlfriend, and I think they call him or something, and she's like, "How do they know you're here?" And he's like, "It's the FBI."
It's the FBI. They know everything.
Just the way he says it. But... Oh damn! Down already.
Well, I'd rather deal with these guys over here.
Oh, he's on the other side now. Shit. I see what's going on. Shit. Okay. Yeah, my fault.
I'll try to get you. As long as he hits you.
Speaking of good movie quotes, there was one in Dark Angel that I found really good in particular when he's talking to the FBI guy and he's mad at him, Lundgren.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I'm a team player." He's like, "Well, your team sucks."
Yeah.
I was like, that's a pretty good response to that. Whenever someone says, "I'm a team player," just say, "Yeah, well, your team sucks."
I have it. Now I must unite it with the others in the Fuhrerbunker. I hope I...
Fuhrerbunker.
The Fuhrerbunker.
That's an official name. Fuhrerbunker.
I have a bunker named after me. Do you? No,
Yeah.
Nine, you do not. The Fuhrerbunker. Häagen-Dazs.
Oh, look at that score, man. You barely edged me out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I mean, I shot a lot less just because I was messing around with some other stuff, but yeah, that was a lot closer than.
I let you win.
You did. You did. And I appreciate that. The second piece of the Sagar Mothod relic. Alright, now we need a Lovecraft game like this. Even though it doesn't quite fit because things in Lovecraft are supposed to make you go insane just by looking at them. But hey, the more Lovecraft stuff we can get, the better.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spoil this. I don't know how much of Mass Effect you remember, but the ending to Sinking City was... None of your choices in the game matter. The ending was very much Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Here's 3 choices, pick one. That's what you end up with.
Yeah.
And
I
once
do
again,
remember that.
we are left without the preacher. If it would just let me roll with like 3 preachers, I'd be happy. Nope. Guess we're locked in here. I vaguely missed this. Or remember this? I think last time we'd set up traps and stuff. But I just lay down that mine for nothing.
Oh, speaking of mines, I'm sure this will surprise you.
Ooh,
I read they're
enemy mine?
making enemy mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, we just watched that too.
I'd like to see that again because it's been forever, and I remember it being a good.
Yeah, the end kind of gets rushed, but it was still a pretty good movie. Holds up well. I never read the book.
I did not even know there was a book.
I've come to realize most everything was a book.
That's probably true.
You know, like Never-Ending Story and...
I did know that, but I'd actually be interested in reading an enemy mine book. I have to look up. Although my July schedule is full. There's a website I go to. I actually map out my books a month in advance because I know what's coming out. It's all horror stuff, though, so definitely look up Enemy Mine.
Yeah, I'll wait on your book review before I, if I decide to jump into it.
Oh, Louis Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
Jaws 3.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle.
Yeah, I'll take that just because I guess might be easier. The Toy Soldiers. One about the terrorists that take over the boys' school. With Sean Astin, the kid from Star Trek.
That's right. Yeah, you mentioned that. I'd never seen it.
Arlie Army. It's a decent enough
Do you have
popcorn flick. Yeah, yeah. I'll put it in the pile.
Oh,
They were fighting each other to try and get through the gate on both sides. Didn't end well for them.
Rise, chicken.
Chicken arise. Yeah, he didn't arise nothing.
TheWitchDoctor.com.
Billy Witch Doctor.
Mostly.
We sofa king. We Todd Ed.
No. You talk. Mega chicken.
They really need to release just a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Adult Swim, get off your ass.
I still remember the very first episode I saw was the Love Mummy episode.
I think that was the first one you showed me too.
The Curse Mummy.
Curse.
So many good characters.
Oh man, I just realized this YouTube video won't show up in Germany.
Oh yeah. Right.
So all my German subscribers, which I'm sure is maybe like 2, if that. Oh, safe room.
Can you see that? Does it tell you where your subscribers are from?
It shows me a rough number, but I'm sure if I downloaded the very special app that they have, it's like a analytics lab.
You gotta pay for it, I'm sure.
I don't think I have to pay for it. I think I just have to download it, and I'm just real lazy with that. So, but to all my subscribers, wherever you're at, appreciate each and every one of you, even the Canadian ones. And any drive-by viewers, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Plenty of content for folks across a broad variety of games.
Yeah.
Thinking Transformers Devastation next. I've been messing around with that lately. But it's on the docket. I just don't know what else will be on the docket.
Yeah, so obviously the different players you play as have different like attributes, right?
Yep, different.
You mentioned Optimus is the strongest.
Well, I've upgraded him fully, and I didn't even
Okay.
realize that I could upgrade the others because I just always default play Optimus. But yeah, their specials are different. Even at max level, their stats are different. So like Optimus is on the slower end. I think
Right.
Bumblebee and Sideswipe are faster.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if like because Sideswipe is a Ferrari or Lamborghini. I
Yeah.
forget which one, but
And
he's gonna be fast.
I think Sideswipe and Wheeljack are more range focused.
Yeah.
Like you get more leverage and value out of the use of shooting versus say someone like Grimlock or Optimus who they hit harder in melee, have more health.
What I was curious about was if there was anything I didn't think there was, but specific to like Wheeljack being the Wheeljack being the team inventor and scientist. It's like nothing specific like that.
No.
Mine bounced off yours, came flying towards me.
Yeah, there is like item crafting for certain things, but for the most part, it's not. It's just so you can equip something into a upgrade slot, basically. And each one gets different amounts of upgrading slots. So Optimus gets 4, Grimlock gets a max of 2. Just because the base stat distribution's higher for them. So, and like I was saying, their specials, their ultimate abilities are different.
And you don't play as any Decepticons?
No, regretfully. But Soundwave has a pretty cool fight. Shockwave has a pretty cool fight. Each of the bosses are very unique in the battles that you do. And of course, you got things like Devastator. You get the what's the car ones?
Stunticon.
Yeah, they're in it.
Is it Mercenor or something like that? I know they're the Stunticon.
Yeah, I don't remember what the big one's called that they form, but
Look up.
you do fight them. There's a lot of variety in it. Enemy type variety, even your basic enemies. There's
the Insecticons are in there, I think, right?
yeah. Insecticons, Constructicons. But I think Soundwave, even though it's cop out because he's my favorite, but it's probably one of the best boss battles because you deal with the cassettes too.
Sorry, Menasor.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There's even a battle, if I remember, where you fight both the Devastator and Menasor at the same time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Once you get, like, Devastator down to half health, I think Menasor shows up.
You don't get your own, like the aerial bots don't show up.
No, you don't get... Which would have been neat if they had some of the Autobots show up.
There had to be more than just the aerial bots with the Autobots. I'm trying to remember. Omega Supreme, but he wasn't a combiner.
I like the feel that there was a... Oh, great. There he is. There he goes.
Was, the Predacons.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm shooting this guy. He ain't going down now. There we go. Oh, there's another one.
Oh.
What's up?
I didn't know they were taunt. I hit up on the D-pad.
Oh.
See. Oh, wait.
But I was gonna say, I like to believe that the Autobots did also have cars.
Oh, they had a rescue vehicle one.
Or that, yeah.
All right, hey, look at this. Hold up. Yeah, I remember they had like a rescue vehicle one, I think. I'm gonna have to look that up though.
Oh, great. Snipers. What else do we have to deal with?
I got one.
I think I got one.
Stop. I think that worked.
But yeah, when it comes to this game, jump back into this real quick. I really do prefer Stranger Brigade a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more gameplay variety. The theme, the enemies.
That's a pretty good. The campy theme,
that pulp kind of feel.
Yeah.
Pulp, tongue-in-cheek. I'm sad that they abandoned it. I wish they'd try and revisit that.
I dying in there? Yeah. Don't go in there. Oh, don't go in the bubbling liquid thing. It's not a mud bath. It just looks like Machine Gun Central. Machine gun guy.
Yep. Can't vault that.
What?
I hear a screaming guy. He's probably coming from halfway across the city.
He did. He's a trooper.
I like how they spawn him like literally halfway a city away, and it's like, oh.
That'll be a part where they like stop it and grab their knees and catch their breath.
Oh. Okay. Guess we're gonna come back here then. Blow up the anti-aircraft gun for some reason.
Oh, is that what the tab thing says?
Investigate the crash site.
Is there even a... Is there a star somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
So what do you think is the most iconic Resident Evil scene?
I can think of two. Both from the first. The dogs crashing through the window,
Okay, that's a good one.
which remake the GameCube, the remake, which obviously has been ported many times, but is on PC as well. Does a really good job faking you out the first time you go through there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not until you come back that they come through. And the other one would be that first scene of
The head turn.
the head turn.
You know that was We've got the edited version of that. Have you seen the video of that?
No.
Look it up. The Japanese version has a head. The head that he's gnawing on falls out onto the ground to the side.
Oh, I never knew that. Oh, fire guy. Down. Nope. That and that scene from Resident Evil was homage in Evil Within. First one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't played Evil Within forever, so
Remember in the
I had
beginning
forgotten
you run
about
into
that.
that guy in the tent or something, and
Yeah.
after the ambulance crashes, I think. Yeah, I haven't played that. I have to revisit that too. Every time we talk about these games,
We start.
I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna play that again. Yeah. Sniper.
And maybe you should too, dear viewer.
Yeah.
Especially if you've never played it. And Shadows of the Damned, you said was getting a remake, right?
Yes.
So that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to I mean, I still own it, but it'll be nice to record it and play it through it. So people can watch and laugh.
The Legend of Stinky Crow.
The Legend of
Caw.
Stinky Crow. Caw, caw.
Fucking Alanis Morissette song.
It's a fucking Alanis Morissette song. Yeah. Is there anything in here?
There would.
feel like there's gonna be something over here because, well, there is not.
There's a mannequin standing out of the window. It's creepy.
Someone had to put it there. That's kind of
Creepy too.
yeah, right. I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna turn into a zombie, but
Crimes from the earth. This is sorcery. Am I in hell? Have I already died? Is this my punishment for defying the Fuhrer? I must return to the Fuhrerbunker.
Alright, you ready?
It's like that's what he calls it, you know.
Yeah,
That's what I call it. I call it the Fuhrerbunker.
it's the Fuhrerbunker. Duh.
Talking about building 22, sir. Yeah, the Fuhrer.
Yeah. Alright. What do we got? What are you gonna throw at us this time? More zombies? Or is there gonna be a mix of weird crap you want?
I'm gonna haul back here and see if there's anything.
Oh, there's a boat over here.
Huh. Hold your horses, I'm coming. I'm Bill. I'm Bill. Slow.
I probably wasted that. But I feel better about doing it.
Oh, I mean, they can't come across, right?
I mean, they are undead. Yeah, you can... Oh, you never played the DLC for Wolfenstein, was it First Blood? It was pretty good. I recommend it. There's some neat stuff they did in there. Varies up the gameplay too from the main game. Reloading, reloading. I'm reloading here. Pills here. Pills here.
What's it called? YouTube poop?
Ah, YouTube poop. I love and miss YouTube poop. That is the greatest era of YouTube. Maybe when we do Left 4 Dead, I'll try and wrangle up some folks to fill those out.
Oh yeah, that'd be neat.
Objective completed. Okay.
What?
Oh, that guy up there.
Oh,
You don't have to worry about him anymore.
did you get him?
Yeah, I used a Panzerfaust.
Oh damn.
Oh, there's
Oh,
another
nope.
one. You want to try this again? He does.
That's really good.
And there's another one. Boom.
How many rounds do you have?
You can apparently hold 5. I have one more left.
I think that's it.
Fans are fast.
Yep. The objective meter says that's it.
I wonder if Code Veronica's on Steam. I can't remember. Because if it is, I kind of need to probably
No,
go through that. Oh, it's not.
If it was, I'd have it.
Okay. That is true.
You got me excited for a minute, and I'm like, oh wait.
No. How'd you survive getting kicked by me?
Wait, this map might tell us where the Fuhrerbunker is.
Fuhrerbunker.
We'll have to interrogate one of the Nazis and be like, "Where's the Fuhrerbunker?" And he's like, "No one calls it that but him."
You must.
God, I hate that name.
You must know Friedrich. Oh, we do not like him. Fuhrerbunker this, Fuhrerbunker that.
Like
Always
he's the only one with the bunker. We all have bunkers.
To the Fuhrerbunker. I must Fuhrerbunker.
We're gonna show him.
There it is. He says it. The Fuhrerbunker. The Fuhrerbunker.
It's gonna have a sign on it says the Fuhrerbunker, no girls allowed. You're like one of those clubs you had as a kid.
Yeah, it's like Little Rascals.
Yeah.
It's like shooting fish in the Fuhrerbunker.
Shit.
I didn't even realize that they were coming over that way too.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we can run by these guys or if we just gotta.
I don't know. I don't know if we can get up there. Come on.
Can't go in there yet. I guess we have to.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Oh, we can go this way too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's anything over here, but I think he just leads to the same place. Nope. Can't go in. I guess they fooled us. This is not the Fuhrerbunker. We've heard so much about it.
better live up to the hype.
Well, yeah, I'll be disappointed if it doesn't. Okay, even I'm not that out of shape. Oh, preacher. Oh. Okay. The head of the mannequin popped up into blood. I dropped the Panzerfaust for the preacher. Just to give a, dare I say, heads up. I'm coming to you. Oh, wait. It keeps going up. Can I just keep going up?
I'll just chill out here.
Is there a door or something?
Oh, no. There's...
Oh.
Well, there's a downstairs. There's a hole. That's where the star is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm coming to you. There wasn't anything all the way at the very top. Tippy to top. I tripped mine.
Which
Oh, great. Laughing girl again, huh?
Oh, this is the Fuhrerbunker.
Hey, we found the Fuhrerbunker.
Alright, this is a treat for all of you watching.
Welcome to the Fuhrerbunker.
Welcome to the Fuhrerbunker. I'll show you around.
I want the gold that he has in his hand. I don't want the looter.
I know, right?
Fine, I'll pick up the looter. Let me pick it up. Well, let me pick it up. Now I'm stuck with the Luger. Oh, I can pick up the Webley again. How do we get the gold out of his hand? Those are collectibles. You can pick them up. I just don't know how to pick it up.
Oh, is that one? Or is it just...
Yeah, it's a collectible. I picked up a gold one earlier.
Yeah, I know we picked them up. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you just had the power of positive thinking.
Maybe we both had to stand by it and appreciate it. Alright. This arrow is pointing here. Well, there's a red light.
Yeah, and there's like fire.
Fire, and then there's...
Oh, we can't get away.
Oh.
Down, down, down.
That was the Days of the New song he was singing, people.
Oh, yeah.
Down, down, boom, boom.
Burn, 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 burn.
Alright, what we got? What do we got?
That was nice on the trip listening to, because I don't listen to as much music as you do, but you get a lot of stuff I hadn't heard in a while.
Yeah, I got my like 2,000 plus CD collection. Days of the New, I've got 1 and 2. His third album was not very good, so I didn't pick it up. And then... Oh. Behind you.
Oh. Neat.
Not cool.
I mean, not neat for them, but...
Where you going, buddy?
I know.
But, yeah, his band left him, and they formed another band called Tantric, and I have their first album.
I have heard of that. At least the name of the band.
So not a phone. There's a phone. You can't let us pick it up there. Huh? Spooky.
Haunted Fuhrerbunker. Oh, this poor guy.
Oh, I shot him in the head. He didn't do anything. Oh, all these poor guys. Oh, I think these are all the main characters.
Oh.
But since we're not...
You're right.
Yeah. Since we're not... Whoa. Okay, that's, what's his name?
Oh shit, it loops. Where did you go?
I
All the way
ran.
back?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know it looped.
Hey, I'm fine with running back.
Can you hit that dynamite I threw?
I don't think so.
No.
Nope. Alright, he's down.
Good job. Did you have the preacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there's
Oh
a
yeah,
guy.
I see it. It's because of the red light.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
That was, nice.
Oh, I see what you mean
Nice
now.
bad aim. Yeah, I had gone this way and then he popped out again. I was like, oh shit.
Alright. I picked it up, but sure. Let Bill do it. Coach is just cool like that, man. Oh, now we have 2 pieces. We need 1 more.
It's right here? You don't know.
You know, I appreciate that they have a team full of mutes.
Yeah.
You still good, or
I'm gonna call it because I'm gonna
we'll continue.
be in
But
bed around 7-ish, I think.
back to Berlin terminal. Okay, yeah, we'll get it kicked on, and we'll end up calling it. Yeah, this is still a fun game to play through. Not as mechanically in-depth as, say, Strange Brigade, but it's still a fun game to play. So pick up Strange Brigade and this. You'll get a lot of mileage out of it. They're fun games. But yeah. Alright, everyone. You have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night.
Night, guys.